Anjana, and today I'm going to be reviewing the book George's Marvelous Medicine, and it's Roald Dahl's George's Marvelous Medicine, illustrated by Quentin Blake. The thing about Roald Dahl is he was a spy, a fighter pilot, and a chocolate historian, and was a bit into the medical field too. And also one of the bestest authors ever. And it's illustrated by Quentin Blake, and the thing about Quentin Blake is he makes the drawing, the illustrations like drawing, and so it's like Roald Dahl wrote the book and drew the pictures himself. I'll show you what I mean. See what I mean? It's like Roald Dahl drew the pictures himself. And now this story is crazy, cool, epic, awesome, funny, weird, wild. Super wild and even a bit funny. So the thing is, it's about this boy named George and his grandma, who is cruel, mean, and is just, one of those grandmas which are the cruelest, the meanest, not cool but cruel. So right after that, introducing in this very book George Cranky, his full name is George Cranky, and Mr. Killy Cranky, his father, and then his mother, Mrs. Cranky, and also his grandmother, Grandma. They just call him Grandma. So what he is his grandma is supposed to drink a brown medicine. Remember that. It's supposed to be brown. It's a huge part in that story. It's supposed to be super, super, super brown. And his mother goes for shopping, and his father is a farmer, so he's farming or doing something related to farming. So that is George gets to some mischief. What he does is he combines all kinds of ingredients like shampoo, blah 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 blah, and at last it becomes a peacock blue like medicine, but you're not supposed to eat it. It's full of some kind of it's gonna taste yucky. It's full of strong animal pills. One bottle full of strong animal pills, which is 4 bottles full of strong animal pills, like pig animal pills, dogs, and pig and horses, and all those. So he adds all those animal pills and some toothpaste and a lot of things, which makes it a peacock feather blue color. So he wants to replace this with grandma's medicine, and there's a one-way go. If this medicine works, it's going to be a miracle. If it doesn't work, her head is going to explode and pop up. So what happens is he gets one full bucket of brown paint and puts it right into the saucepan which he has the medicine in. Right, dumps the whole box, and it becomes the right color for the medicine. So it's at last medicine time, and what he does is he replaces the brown medicine with the medicine, the other medicine which he made with brown paint, blah blah blah, and all of that. He replaces it and he gives it to grandma, and her stomach goes on fire, and he brings the fire brigade and blah, and the fire is set off, and suddenly his grandma starts growing. She breaks the ceiling and becomes a giant. And then Mr. Killy Cranky saw this, and he is like, this is a miracle. And his mother is not, it's not so very, you must behave yourself. And all night later, the next morning, Mr. Killy Cranky says, you have to make another medicine, the same medicine, and give it to me. I need to give this to all my animals, and this would give us a ton of money. We need to make a factory, and he just gets overexcited. So George just puts everything randomly in it. Whatever he sees, whether it's powdery or runny or gooey, whatever, he just puts it in. So it was a random guess, and he just puts it in. So what he did was he gave the wrong medicine again and again and again, and the last medicine, which is the end of the book, he gives it to the grandmother to test it, and the last medicine shrinks her, and she becomes a tiny dwarf, and she just disappears. And Mrs. Cranky is cranky about it. So what happens is then she just sits and starts crying. What have you done to my mother, you silly? And right after that, after a week or two, she's like, I guess my mother was a troublemaker, and they live happily ever after. So this is all the things he put into the medicine. George took an enormous saucepan out of the cupboard and placed it on the kitchen table. George, came the shrill voice from next room. What are you doing? Nothing, Grandma, he called out. You needn't think I can't hear you just because you closed the door. You're rattling the saucepans. I'm just tidying the kitchen, Grandma. Then there was silence. George had absolutely no doubts whatsoever about what he was going to make his famous medicine. He wasn't going to fool about wondering whether to put a little bit of this or a little bit of that. Quite simply, he was going to put in everything he could find. There would be no messing about, no hesitating, no wondering, no whether a particular thing would knock the old girl sideways or not. The rule would be this. Whatever he saw, whether it was runny or powdery or gooey, it went inside. Nobody had ever made a medicine like that before. If it didn't actually cure Grandma, then it would bring some exciting result. It would be worth watching. George decided to work his way round the various rooms one at a time and see what they had to offer. He would go to first to the bathroom. There are always lots of fun things in the bathroom. So he went upstairs carrying the enormous two-handled saucepan before him. In the bathroom, he gazed longingly at the famous and dreaded medicine cupboard. But he didn't go near it. It was the only thing in the entire house he was forbidden to touch. He had made solemn promises to his parents about this, and he wasn't going to break them. There were actually things in there they had told him that could actually kill a person, and although he was out to give Grandma a pretty fiery mouth, he didn't want a dead body on his hands. George put his saucepan on the floor and went to work. Number one was a bottle labeled Golden Gloss Hair Shampoo. Too much. I can't even tell you. Who would want to drink shampoo? Okay, anyways. She emptied it into the pan. That ought to wash her tummy nice and clean. Too much. Too naughty. Too mischievous. Okay. That was a little bit of a bother. I'll tell you more about it later. And that's it for today, guys. If you liked something about this crazy, cool, epic, awesome, funny, weird, wild story, comment down below and hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Bye bye. Thank you.